Hello everyone. In our 2-minute revision lesson today, we will be discussing the topic, the social construction of childhood from the unit family. The idea of childhood as a special, unprotected phase of life is a social construct, meaning that it hasn't always existed in the same way across all cultures or time periods. In fact, in pre-industrial societies, childhood as we know it today barely existed. Historical examples support this. In ancient Egypt, Tutankhamun became king at the age of 9. In other societies, children as young as 5 were married off. These practices seem shocking today, but they were once normal. In the past, people were not classified based on chronological age. In places like Pakistan, especially after partition in 1947, many individuals had inaccurate birth records, showing how age tracking was not always important. Instead of age, people's physical appearance and ability determined whether they could work, marry, or be punished for crimes. In many cases, even 12-year-olds were tried under the same legal systems as adults, with few exceptions for infants or the elderly. A major contributor to this topic is Philippe Arai's 1962, a historian who analyzed paintings from the past to draw conclusions about childhood. He argued that in pre-industrial Europe, children were treated as mini adults, expected to engage in adult roles like labor and even sexual relationships. According to him, it was only after the 17th century that society began to see children as innocent beings who needed care, protection, and nurturing. He believed this change was partly due to a decline in infant mortality, which led parents to cherish children more. However, Arai's theory has been critiqued on several grounds. Firstly, his conclusions are based on limited qualitative data, mainly paintings, which are open to subjective interpretation. Positivists criticize this lack of quantitative evidence, making his findings less scientifically rigorous. Furthermore, these paintings only reflect the upper class, who had the money to commission such art. The working class and peasants, who made up the majority of the population, were not represented, making his findings socially unrepresentative. In addition, this perspective is Eurocentric. Arai based his ideas on art from France and England, ignoring how childhood may have looked in non-Western cultures. Finally, art itself is influenced by stylistic trends, meaning what's depicted might say more about fashion and symbolism than real childhood experiences. In conclusion, while Arai raises valuable points about how the meaning of childhood has changed over time, his work must be viewed with caution, due to its limited and biased evidence. Dear students, remember the resource is always here for a quick, easy revision whenever you need a boost. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.